I'm not sure if you're aware of it. I have heard some conversation on Lawrence's show, but the National Baby Loss Awareness Week runs from tomorrow, the 9th, through until Monday, the 15th. Is it Monday? No, it's got to be
15th.
It's which?
Thursday, the 15th.
Oh, it's Thursday next week, the 15th of October. And joining me in studio is Jenny Moore from the Forget Me Not charity. Hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you for asking me in today.
Tell me about Forget Me Not charity.
I founded Forget Me Not after the loss of my baby daughter Lucy. About 5 years I've been running the charity now. And I set up the charity to offer support and comfort to people in the county who've experienced pregnancy loss.
And was there no one there to help you, or did you feel that there could have been more?
What I wanted was face-to-face support at the time. And there are national larger charities that offer telephone helplines, but that wasn't what I needed at that time. And I felt there was a great big gap in that area that needed to be filled.
It's part of modern society almost, because there would have been a time when every neighbour in the street would have been around and you would have had that face-to-face communication, you know, that arm around the shoulder, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a very strange form of bereavement, pregnancy loss. If you've had a child that's lived and died, society tend to acknowledge it. You get your sympathy cards. But losing a baby during pregnancy, it's almost considered a taboo subject a lot of the time. Especially early losses, people will say, it wasn't meant to be, don't worry, you'll become pregnant again. And some people don't know what to say, so don't say anything at all. Sure. Which then leaves the parent feeling that they can't express how they feel. And
was that how you felt at the time of your loss of Lucy?
Yes, it was at the time, yeah.
Okay, and so how did you, you're allowed to shake, it's okay. I shake all the time, and I'm asking the questions, look. So how did you come to the conclusion that this was what you wanted to do? I mean, what was it that spurred you on? Just simply the fact that there was no one there for you?
Well, yes, and the people that I helped in the early days, they were just so grateful. And some people, it was just knowing that we were there. We didn't actually do anything for them physically, but it was just the fact that they knew that we were there, and it made a lot of difference. And I know that people visit our website, and I have some nice comments from people who visited that who I will never get to meet or speak to, but I know that website has helped them a great deal.
Okay, so tell me, setting up and then from there forward, what you've done and what you've created.
Well, we helped create a baby memorial garden at Glyn Valley Crematorium because I just felt it was important for people in that part of the county to have somewhere local they could go. And within that baby garden, we created an area just for babies lost during pregnancy. Because, again, people who lose a baby in early pregnancy, they don't have a funeral or anywhere to go to remember that baby.
I'm astounded by the number on the email that you sent to me in saying that this is something that affects as many as 1 in 4 people.
Yes, that's right.
That's a massive number of people.
And yet it doesn't feel as if it's talked about in society. But to somebody with an early loss, to some people it may feel as intense as losing a baby full term.
And it's not just the circle of friends around you, it's where you work. It's the people in officialdom who deal with you. Did you feel that you weren't getting treated there the way you would have expected to have been treated?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to return to work, probably too early, but at a time when I was due to go back to work, and I ended up actually leaving my job. I was an admin assistant with the Devon and Cornwall Police. And for a time I'd been running Forget Me Not, and I just felt this isn't what I want to do anymore, and I gave up my full-time job. And I've devoted the last 5 years 110% to the charity.
Amazing. So you're looking at this really special week in your life, obviously, and in the lives of people who have lost children early in a pregnancy. So what sorts of things will you be doing from the 9th until the 15th of October to remember?
Well, for the last, I think this is the 4th baby loss event that I've organised, and I held the first one in Cornwall in 2002. And events are held all across the country for this particular week. And normally I do a more formal service where we have poems and readings and representatives from other organisations there. But I acknowledged just last year, for some people, the service felt too intense for some people. And I thought I would try something completely different this year. And I'm going for a much more informal drop-in type of event, but to tie in with the highlight of Baby Loss Awareness Week, which is the Global Wave of Light event, where on the 15th of October at 7 p.m. all around the world, people light candles for their babies.
Oh, wonderful.
And they remain lit for an hour, which means all around the world for 24 hours there's always a candle lit. So I thought it was a nice, not compromise, but just something different to see how what the feedback is on it, really.
Well, I'm sure every single person that you deal with is different, and the way they want to handle their experience must also be different.
Yes, that's right. So I thought, well, some people might want to come but feel, I couldn't cope with hearing all those poems and heart-wrenching music, whereas to some that does appeal. So I thought, well, I'll do this and they can come in and light a candle and go if they want to, or they can stay and meet the other mums and dads who are there, and I've got people from Cruise Bereavement Carer coming along to offer one-to-one support to anybody, and a lady from ASBAR, the Spina Bifida charity, who always comes every year to show her support. And we have a lady from the Holistic Mermaid in Mevagissey is going to offer some free mini massages to people. And it will just be a nice informal gathering from 6:30 till 8 o'clock with the candle lighting ceremony at 7.
And how, through those 5 years, if you've dealt with your loss, how have you dealt with your loss? I mean, how difficult is that for you?
Well, some people have said to me, does the work that I do with the charity make me feel actually worse? But I do have emotional moments like everybody else, and I do think at times a lot of people may lose sight that I'm no different to the people that I'm trying to help, really. I've lost a baby, and people can sometimes just see me as this figurehead of a charity. But I actually get a lot of reward from the feedback I get from people. And even if they approach me for something that I can't fulfil, I offer them other things. And I know it's the little things that mean a lot to them. And that's what I wanted Forget Me Not to be all about. I wanted it to be a personal charity, to do the little things that the big charities haven't got time to do.
That's a lovely name as well, Forget Me Not. It's really
Thank
nice. If you think back then to the century before, and if I think about my granny who lived in a wee mill house on a street, and my mother would often say to me, you know, I can't remember if my mother says she's from a family of 11 or a family of 13, but I know that my grandmother lost 3 or 4 children in pregnancy, and how they must have had to deal with that all by themselves.
Yeah.
But as I say, society was slightly different then, wasn't there? Was always a shoulder or an arm in the house next door, or, 2 doors away. And because all of that has changed, so organisations like yours fill that space.
And also the services that I'm developing Forget Me Not, they've changed over the last 5 years, because it's been a bit of a trial and error, really, because the way people deal with things are different. And I just keep bringing out new ideas, trying them, and if they don't work, try and not be negative over it and think, well, I'll put my energy into something else and see if that's needed.
Sure.
And that's the sort of way that we're going.
So the week starts tomorrow, the 9th of October, runs through until the 15th of October, so next week, Thursday. And where are you holding your commemorations, your candle lighting?
We're holding it at the lovely Carline Bay Hotel. And we've been there for most of the baby loss events that I've done, and it's a lovely informal setting, and it'll be from 6:30 until 8 o'clock.
6 p.m. till 6:30, sorry.
6:30 p.m.
6:30 until 8 p.m. for each of those nights?
Just for the Thursday the 15th for the
itself. Global
Wave of Light event.
And otherwise, if people want to contact you and speak to you or make use of your services, how would they do that?
We have our website address. Did you want me to give you that now?
Sure, that'd be great, yes.
It's www. and then forgetmenotcharity.org. And there's a contact page on there that you can email us on there.
That's fantastic.
And also, if anybody can't get to the service but would like a candle lit, if they'd like to drop me a line, and I'll make sure we light a candle for their baby.
www.forgetmenotcharity.org.
That's right, yeah.
Is the address that you can go to. There's a contact page there, and you'll get more information about the event and the charity itself. Jenny, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
made
very
it so
much.
easy.
Thank you very much.
Jenny Moore, take care.
Thank you.
Moore,